Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing an e.l.f. One brand tutorial, and this is going to be a talk through, and it's going to be a bunch of first impressions. I do have some e.l.f. products that I've used before, but I'm not sure if I've used them in videos, but either way I'm going to use them today, and the only two things that are not e.l.f. are going to be my eyebrow stuff, which I'm going to do off camera anyways, and I just used the Maybelline Brow Drama, and then I use this Wet n Wild eyeliner. So let's just get into the tutorial! So I'm just going to start off by turning some music on, of course. And this is Trini Dem Girls by Nicki Minaj, in case you're wondering. So what I'm going to do first is obviously prime my face. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. SPF 20 Sunscreen Face Primer. And I have used this, and this is on the newer side. They did send me another primer that was more of like a skincare item. It was supposed to help fight acne. So I'm not going to use that because that's more of like an actual skincare product than a face primer, because it says that you literally wash it off. And now I'm going to use just a little bit of the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and this is in the color Almond, and I'm using my new mirror today. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to take little pumps of this because they actually gave me a foundation palette, so I want to go ahead and use that because I think one of them has my shade. So I'm just using just a little bit. So I'm just going to buff that in. And like I said, I'm going to be using the foundation palette, so I kind of just want it to be nice lighter coverage. I feel like I haven't done a talk through tutorial in forever. Whew. It's so hot because I'm actually using one of my umbrella lights today. Just because I feel like, I don't know, it makes my quality looks so much better, because in this corner, even though I love the tapestry, the lighting tends to be kind of bad just because of the placement of everything. So for the purpose of giving you guys some more first impressions, I'm going to go ahead and use my actual shade in this foundation palette. So I'm going to use this second one, and the color of this palette is medium/dark. So I'm just going to dip my brush in and just kind of give myself some more coverage. This blends in super easy. And in case you guys are wondering, you can actually pop these out of the palettes, which is super cool. And they have like a bunch of palette styles now. So I'm going to go ahead and take that first shade out of this highlighting palette, and I'm going to put this underneath my eyes. And I'm just using this more like pointed Coastal Scents brush to apply this. And so far, I'm loving it. It blends so nicely on top of not only the foundation that I used, but also the foundation shade that I used in here. So, loving this so far. And I believe all these palettes are $6. So, pretty cheap. Definitely more expensive than some of their other products, but when you think about the amount of shades that you're getting and everything, it's a pretty good deal. So now, I'm going to go ahead and take that shade again and just highlight the forehead area, and then bring some down the nose, hit the chin. This is so creamy, and it gives you like a nice dewy finish, which I'm kind of obsessed with. As you guys know, I like dewy. And then I'm going to line underneath where I'm going to put my contour, just like I always do. So I just did my eyebrows, and I did notice that this is still like pretty tacky on my face, so I definitely will be setting this, and I definitely would set it if you usually don't set it. I would just set it because it's really tacky, but the color is spot on, and I think the highlighting looks pretty seamless. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my cream contouring, taking this palette again. This is the foundation palette. I'm going to take the last shade. I'm just going to use the e.l.f. contouring brush just to kind of create that line. The only thing I don't like about these palettes is they get so dirty, but I feel like that's something that you can't really avoid. I'm so excited to decorate my side of the room in the apartment. Like, you guys have no idea. And I think I might do a DIY room decor video. I've kind of started to plan out my back to school videos. I know it's early, but I'm not going to start doing them until the end of July, but I just want to have them like ideas, you know what I mean? So now I'm blending this in with a e.l.f. small stippling brush, and it's blending really, really nicely. Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with this. But yeah, I'm so excited to decorate. My theme is going to be white, black, and like gold accents, I'm pretty sure. I'm leaning more towards this type of color, which is like a, I don't even know how to describe it. I want to say burnished, but I feel like that's not a word, but like a burnished coppery bronze color instead of just straight up gold. Because the furniture, most of it is brown, so I thought that would look really, really cute together. I just have to set this. I was kind of leaving it alone because I was hoping maybe it was just going to set itself, but it's not. So I'm going to use just my Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder, and it just looks like this. It's just white. Color is sheer. I have swatched it on my finger, and you can kind of see some of the white, so just keep that in mind. But I'm just going to set in the areas where I feel like I look kind of oily because it's just a lot of shine. Okay, so the color does not transfer, and I think it looks pretty good. So in case you did not see that haul, I have, well, it wasn't a haul. It was I did like a little e.l.f. haul at the end of my vlog. I have all 4 of the new palettes. There's Party Ready, Everyday Smoky, Mad for Matte, and Need It Nude. So I'm going to use one color from each so we can kind of see if the consistency is different with each eyeshadow palette. To start off, I'm actually going to prime my eyes. So this is the e.l.f. Smudge Pot. This is a new one, and this is in the color Why Not? And this is kind of shimmery, so I'm just going to place this on the lid and try not to get it in the crease too much. But it's such a pretty color. It's like a brownish plum, so it's blending on really easily. I feel like it's easy to build this up. It's not super, super sheer, but it's not so pigmented where it's kind of like gets out of control. I had one of their smudge pots before. It was a white one, and I did not like it, but I feel like the consistency of this is so much different. So now I'm taking the Mad for Matte palette, and one of you are actually getting this in the giveaway, I believe. And so it just looks like this. The colors are so, so pretty. Hopefully this is in focus. I'm blind. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 3rd shade down, which is more of like a light taupe color. And then I'm going to mix it with this more like brown shade. And I'm just using my Sedona Lace EB13 brush and mixing those together and then just putting that in my crease. Alright, so super pigmented. I kind of added a little too much. Definitely blends out pretty easily, which is good because I feel like e.l.f. has always struggled with their shadows blending well. So I went ahead and I topped up that primer on the eye because I really want that color to be apparent so that when I lay this other color over top, it's super, super intense. So now I'm just going to take a shader brush. I'm just going to take this, I believe this is a Sedona Lace. I don't know what the number is. I think it's $3.95 or something. I don't know. But it's just their basic natural hair shader brush. So now I'm going to mix 2 colors together. I'm going to use Need It Nude, and I'm going to take this like pinkish copper color, and then I'm going to mix this true like penny copper from the Party Ready palette, and I'm going to place that right on my lid, and it's going to create like a really pretty like pinkish copper color. So, and if you want it to be more copper than pink, then you can just add more copper. But I'm just going to mix those together on my eye. And these pack on very, very nicely. It does kind of cling to the primer a little bit, and I hate when eye primers do that to your shadows. But other than that, the shadows are very, very pigmented. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this color, which is the 3rd one, and I'm going to mix it with the 1st one. And I'm just going to blend out the crease a little bit because it's super, super intense, and I kind of just want these to blend together seamlessly. I do find that blending is pretty good, but I don't know. I feel like it could be better, but it is pretty cheap, so I can't complain. I'm just going to go ahead and top them up and then just kind of not touch it again because I feel like it's just getting worse. So I feel like the matte and the shimmer, they just don't really get along very well. Like, I just feel like it's very hard to blend when you have a matte shade in your crease. Like, their matte shadows just do not blend well at all with the shimmery shades, which is kind of annoying because that's usually what people do on their eyes, but oh well. Now we're going to take a pencil brush and we're going to run some color underneath our lash line. So from the Mad for Matte palette, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this darker brown and mix it with that reddish brown that we used in our crease. And I'm just going to run that underneath my lower lash line. So we're going to use this color from Everyday Smoky, and it's just kind of like the color Foxy in the Naked 2 palette. So I'm just going to highlight underneath the brow bone a bit. And I like to use more of a yellowy shade so that it doesn't look ashy on my skin tone, but if you have lighter skin, then I would definitely just use like a white. That would probably work really well. And this is completely matte. And then for the inner corner, we are going to use a color from Need It Nude. And I'm going to take the second lightest color, which is more of a pinky shade, and I'm going to pop that right in the inner corner. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. mascara primer, which is like a holy grail of mine. I'm obsessed with it. It makes your lashes look so, so good. So now I'm going to curl my lashes, and this is just a Revlon eyelash curler. For mascara, I'm going to use 2, and these are 2 of my favorite. These are the only mascaras that I own by e.l.f., so I think this is the mineral infused one. It's kind of come off, and then I'm going to use the 3-in-1. So I'm going to start with this one because the other one adds a lot of volume. And then to add volume, I'm going to use the 3-in-1, and I love that it has a little ball at the end because it makes reaching those outer and inner lashes so, so easy. And I believe both of these mascaras are either $3 or $6. I'm so disappointed in the shadows, to be honest. I feel like they just aren't, like, they're so pigmented in the swatch, but then it just kind of like, once you put it on, like, I know at first I was saying it blended really well, but they just don't blend that well together. Like, if you're using shimmer only or matte only, you're good to go, but once you start mixing them, it's just a hot mess. So now that we're done with eyes, we're going to set all of our cream contour and highlighting with some powders. So I'm going to use this yellow shade from the contour palette, and this is the only contour palette that they have, so this is the color. And then I'm going to use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and I'm just going to set all the areas that I highlighted with this palette. And I'm using this second one because this one's a little light for me, and it does have some shimmer. So far, there was like a lot of fallout there when I put it on my brush. So it's kind of powdery, but it's blending out really nicely. So I would just blow it first. I love using yellow powders to set because of the undertones in my skin. I just feel like it looks really nice. And then I'm going to set the forehead as well. So I did have a little bit of problem blending it out on my forehead area, but we're just going to move on. So I'm going to take this shade, which is the second darkest contour shade, and I'm just going to apply it like I normally do, right over top of that cream. And it is dark enough, so you are good to go if you have darker skin. And there's one even darker, and this is more of a grayish tone, so it's perfect for contouring. I'm doing more of like a bronzing up the skin type of thing. But this is blending with the highlighting powder really, really well, which is what I was worried about. So now I'm going to go ahead and add blush. Using the blush palette, you guys know I love these, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is like a deep mauve. And I'm just using my e.l.f. bronzing brush. Apparently that's what it's called. I use it for blush. And just popping that on the cheeks. And this is super intense, so then I usually go in and I just blend it out. Now, of course, it's time to highlight, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearl and my e.l.f. Small Fan Brush and just apply this above my cheekbones and down the center of my face. And you don't have to be super intense with highlighting, that's just how I always highlight. And it's more of like a champagne color. They also have a pink one. They have Blush Gems, which is so, so pretty. Besides the eyes, I'd say this worked out pretty well. So now I'm going to put some lip colors on. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Matte Lip Colors. And I'm going to use Praline and Natural. So I'm going to outline the outside of my lip. I'm going to outline, I don't know if you guys saw that, the outside of my lips with Praline. Now I'm taking Natural and I'm just going to fill in the inner part. So that is it for the makeup. The last thing that I would say you could do is use a setting spray. So I love this e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray, and this is like $3, I think. So I just kind of spray that all over and then just wave it out, and you can actually feel it setting your makeup. It like starts to feel sticky and it feels like it's like hardening, and then once it's completely dry it feels like there's nothing on your face. So I absolutely love this spray. And this also eliminates the powdery look that sometimes your makeup can have once you've finished it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to let me know if you want to see some more first impressions or talk through tutorials in the future. I love filming these and it's really fun, and I got to tell you guys all about a lot of their new stuff. You guys know I love e.l.f. I'll leave their website down below. If you have never heard of them for some reason, go ahead and check them out. Give this a thumbs up if you have not already, and be sure to subscribe. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at Lawenwoss, and also add me on Snapchat. It's Lawenwoss. I give you guys so many sneak peeks on there, so be sure to add me and I will add you back. So that is a plus as well, and I'll see you all in my next video. I love you. Bye.